Hello everybody, and I know I say this a lot, but it has been a long time since I've uploaded on this channel. And I thought I'd just upload a time lapse where I occasionally pop in to talk about random things. So today we'll be doing the blockout for the body and suspension and tires and stuff for SpecTyte. So we'll get right in on it, and you'll hear me occasionally pop in and talk about random things because why not, right? Alright, let's get started then. Now, I started off with a game mesh that I found online. Apparently this is the SpecTyte model from the mobile game Hot Wheels Race Off. Commonly, you would use blueprints or even photos of the toys as reference for your modeling. But in this case, I thought it was just a whole lot easier to just use a pre-existing mesh for the model itself. Well, it's considered cheating in a lot of cases, at least in my case I consider it cheating. And I'm basically copying the proportions and body lines of this mesh one-to-one. It's still a whole lot more reliable than relying on hand-drawn blueprints or really crappy photos that I took in my spare time. I don't even own this car as a Hot Wheels toy because they're so expensive. So there is that. Now, I'm not really quite sure if I will make more videos on modeling time lapses or even other modeling videos besides this one. So if you would like to see more modeling videos of just random things, it doesn't really matter what at this point, or even more time lapses showing my continued progress on this model until it's completed, be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. Your comments are always appreciated, and I will most of the time either respond or at least see them. Baba Booey. So around this time in the time lapse is when I finally get the basic mesh for the main body components completed. And in most cases you would want to make the entire guide mesh just be one singular shape that the entire car flows around. Like you want every different body line of the car that's connected to the main body being in one mesh. But in this case, I thought since it's a fairly blocky car, it'd be easier to make 3 or 4 guide meshes that different meshes will shrink wrap onto. It's not recommended, but you can do it this way if your car is blocky enough to get away with such a maneuver. And it's also noteworthy to point out that in this mesh, I am not planning out my topology nearly as much as I should, and you should be doing that from the get-go. But in the case of the shrink wrap, it mostly corrects for shading errors that would occur normally. Now, it's around this time in the time lapse that I bring in some other components from other meshes as a kind of block out to figure out what I want to do with it. In this case, I brought in a suspension setup that I had made for a slingshot model that I had never finished. So that adds a little bit more realism to it. You never want your wheels to be floating to some degree, unless of course your car is closed wheeled instead of open wheeled, in which case you can get away with that by adding in some brakes or even just hiding it away with closed wheels that don't have any like gaps in them, kind of like steelies that you would see on cars but without those little holes. I would like to take these times and these time lapses when I do eventually make more to talk about different subjects and different things that you guys want to hear. So if you want to hear me talk about a specific subject, then leave a comment down below and tell me what you'd like to hear about. And a quick disclaimer though, I will not be doing any subjects related to politics or religion or any of that such, because frankly I'm one of the dumbest people I know when it comes to those things. So keep that in mind when you're deciding on what topic you'd like me to talk about. Alright, so that's going to be the end of today's time lapse. If you want to see more time lapses of different cars, or even finishing this car, be sure to leave me a comment telling me what cars you'd like to see, or if you'd like to see more of this. And I guess while you're here, check out all the links in the bottom of the screen. You know, my ArtStation, my Twitter, my Twitch. You know, check out 10 Dead Doves, Duonic Studios. I'll leave that in the description as well. That's a horror game project I'm helping to develop. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next time lapse, and maybe a VW bus video for the Vulcan Vugan bus. Who knows? Anyway, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.